By the time I got home, it was already late. Silver moonlight spilled into the living room, casting an eerie loneliness over the space. Dragging my exhausted body to the bedroom, my gaze landed on the wedding decoration plastered on the wall. It was a bitter joke at this point. The rose petals scattered across the bed from the wedding night were still there, untouched. However, I was too tired to care. With a weary sigh, I swept them onto the floor and collapsed onto the soft mattress. As I plugged in my phone, a notification popped up. Michael Meyer had just posted on Instagram. "Grateful to have met you. Cherishing every moment." The picture showed him holding Susie right close, their eyes locked in an intimate gaze and lips almost touching. Matching couple bracelets gleamed on their wrists. That I in the past, seeing something like this would have sent me rushing over to demand an explanation from Michael. Now though, I simply turned off my phone, rolled over and went to sleep. For the next few days I didn't hear a word from Michael. The only signs of his existence came through my feed, where he kept posting about Susie. It was of them hugging, traveling, and smiling for pictures that I didn't care. Instead, I contacted a lawyer to start the divorce process. Michael and I had been together for 6 years. We were high school sweethearts who married right after college, impulsively signing the papers. There was no big wedding, but he had given me a beautiful ring, a sincere promise, and back then, his whole heart. Now the love was gone, leaving nothing but a mess. 2 weeks later, as I sat at home reviewing the lawyer's first draft of the divorce papers, I suddenly heard the front door unlock. I looked up just in time to see Michael walk in. Hand in hand with Susie, our eyes met. A flicker of guilt flashed across his face before he hastily let go of her hand, his tone unnaturally stiff as he spoke. "Susie's never been abroad before, so I took her," he continued. "You were busy with work anyway, so I figured I might as well take her." I cut him off by shifting my focus back to the divorce papers, nodding absent-mindedly. "Okay." His words caught in his throat. Seeing that I wasn't reacting at all, his frustration grew and his voice turned cold. "Seriously? I told you that Susie's never been abroad before. That's why I took her. Anyway, it's just a honeymoon. It's not like we can't go later. What's your problem?" "I've told you 1,000 times. Susie is." I finally interrupted his babbling, my voice calm and unwavering. "Just like a sister to you?" My expression remained neutral, devoid of any emotion. His face darkened, frustration deepening in his eyes. "Then what are you making a fuss about?" "I'm Busse." I reined in my thoughts, refusing to spare him another glance. Susie, standing beside him, took the opportunity to step forward, linking her arm through his. Her voice dripped with sweetness as she chimed in. "Come on, don't be mad. You know Michael and I grew up together. And even though he couldn't take you with him this time, he still got you a special gift from the trip." She turned to Michael, giving him a soft smile. "Michael, hurry up and show her." At her urging, Michael quickly pulled a small box from his bag, opening and sliding it toward me. "I picked this out just for you. Here, have a look." He looked pleased with himself, expecting me to be overjoyed and grateful. I glanced down at the box. Inside was a pair of minimalist earrings, tiny pearls accented with blue gemstone flowers. They were delicate and pretty, no doubt. However, after just one look, I pushed the box back toward him. "No thanks. I don't have a habit of collecting freebies." The air in the room instantly grew tense. Michael's expression darkened. "Diana, what's that supposed to mean?" I calmly shifted my gaze away from the matching couple's bracelets worth 5 figures on their wrists and looked straight into Michael's eyes. "Exactly what I said. You gave me the free gift that came with your bracelets. Don't you? Do you think that's all I'm worth?" Michael clearly hadn't expected me to call him out so bluntly. For a moment, he looked embarrassed. Susie, on the other hand, wasted no time jumping in with a saccharine tone laced with mock concern. "Diana, don't be upset. Michael only gave the bracelet to me because I loved it so much. But if it really bothers you, I'll give it to you instead. Please don't argue with Michael over something like this. It's not worth it." Despite her words, she made no move to hand over the bracelet. Instead, she looked at Michael as if she were the one suffering, then turned to me with barely concealed amusement in her eyes. Michael, seeing her reaction, immediately grabbed her wrist protectively, his expression growing colder as he looked at me. "Susie, don't listen to her. I gave it to you, so it is yours. She's always been like this, so petty and narrow-minded. I glanced at them briefly but didn't respond. Instead, I returned my focus to my laptop. Seeing my indifference, Michael's frustration flared. He pulled Susie closer, wrapped an arm around her, and stormed toward the door. As he reached it, he deliberately yanked it open with force, then stood there waiting that I knew what he wanted. He was waiting for me to give in, just like I'd always done. Every time I was the one who backed down, apologized, and tried to smooth things over. Every time he pushed his limits a little further. Not this time, though. Without even looking up, I calmly added the cost of the bracelet he bought for Susie into the financial division of our divorce settlement. When he realized I wasn't going to react, he slammed the door shut. Not long after they left, my parents called. They wanted me to come over for dinner that I didn't refuse. When I arrived at their house, I ran into Michael at the door.